Man, oh man, what a ugly, fugly game from our Dallas Cowboys. Good grief, that was terrible. Man, this is miserable Monday, y'all. We just took the ugliest L of our lifetime. Good grief, I don't want to ever see that again. I don't even want to look at the film, y'all. It is sad. And, that's just not how you want to go into the playoffs, y'all. I don't know what this team was doing. That is the worst game I ever seen from Dak Prescott. Every single member of the Cowboys yesterday was absolutely trash. We just have to say what it is,
You trash!
It is what it is. But, we might be down, but we ain't out. Let's crank this thing on up. Make sure y'all like and share the content. Let's get this block and this trap jumping around the corner. Let's go, y'all.
Yeah.
Appreciate everybody pulling up, stopping by, hollering at your boy. Let's go. Shout out to Fish 82, the buzzer beater in this building. Shout out to Bruce, got the toxic juice. Y'all hit that like and share button for your boy, man. Let them know we trapping. It is what it is. We took an L, we just gotta deal with it. At least it ain't the last one. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody else playing this year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Landlord is showing how to ball.
Let them haters stay on the sideline. You know what I'm saying? Most of the NFL at home. You know what I'm saying? What's happening? Shout out to Jeremy, Alyssa. Shout out to Jeff from SoCal. Let's get it. Let's get this trap around the corner, man. We got to talk about this and move on with our life. You know what I'm saying? We got bigger fish to fry. We got bigger fish to fry, y'all. Yeah. Let's get it. On the chain, yeah. Let's get it. We might be down, but we ain't all the way out, y'all. We live to fight another day. You know what I'm saying? We live to fight another day. Don't let them haters rain on your parade, man. Let's go. Let's get this trap around the corner, man. Let's get it jump around the corner. Let's go. Man, you already know what it is, man. Shout out to everybody rocking with your boy. In the building, I go by Landlord from Alabama, a.k.a. King Nefarious, your plug for everything about America's team. And today, we just took the ugliest L of our life, you understand? We just took a hideous, horrifying, disgusting, distasteful L. I was really pissed off watching this football game. But, I just see a lot of people giving up. I just ain't built like that. I ain't built to give up before it's over yet, y'all. I'm sorry. I just ain't built like that. You gotta literally beat me to submission. You gotta make me tap out. We ain't tapping out just yet. We still got another day to fight. But we are not gonna poo-poo away this terrible showing. This was distasteful. This was disgusting. This was horrible. This was horrid. All kind of words that you can come up with. This was absolutely terrible, y'all. I must admit. Shout out to everybody rocking with your boy. Shout out to Tommy Montoya. Shout out to Cajun Cowboy. Shout out to T Smooth. Shout out to Amp Sports. Shout out to everybody rocking with your boy. Shout out to JP. We in here, man. Look. This was a terrible loss. There's no way around it. We're not going to beat around the bush. We have to call a spade a spade. It is what it is. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But this is exactly what happens when you come in a game half-hearted. When you coming in here looking at the scoreboard, but then walking through the motions, you just going along. You just zombieing your way through this football game. I just feel like this whole team, this whole organization was just looking at the scoreboard while they trying to play this game against an NFL football team. And that's exactly what happens. You end up looking like you trash. This is what you get.
You trash.
That's exactly what you put out there on film. That's exactly what you showed the world. Now we got to be the laughing stock of the NFL again. You know what I'm saying? But one thing about the Cowboys, you know, when we look terrible, when we have a bad showing, when don't nobody give us a chance, when we look down and out, when it looks like we can't do nothing right, when it look like we can't get right, like dude of life, you know what I'm saying? This is when the Cowboys show up. It seems like we can't do well with expectations. It's like we need doubt. That's exactly what this team need, y'all. Make no mistake about it, this team need doubt. And I had to come dressed in all black because it seemed like everybody else is already writing us off and we in the funeral, y'all. I had to put on some black today because everybody seems like this season is dead and it's just over. But make no mistake about it, y'all. I'm not giving them no outs. I'm not saying that they just this mighty team. They showed us that they are terrible yesterday. But this is one game. Just like you can win one game and come back and lose a game, you can do the same thing in reverse. You can lose a game and come back and win. This is not over, y'all. This does not add up to your whole season. We are overreacting off one game. We are. Now, I told y'all before that I didn't care about this game to a certain degree, but the only thing that I'm pissed off about this game is because the way that we lost, the fashion that it looked like we looked absolutely terrible. Like,
You trash.
we looked at trash out there, y'all. That's what I didn't appreciate. That's what grind my gears. That's what got me sleeping less. You know what I'm saying? This is what making me lose sleep because of the way we looked. It didn't really matter about what happened or, you know what I'm saying? It didn't matter that we won or lost the game, in my opinion. You know what I said? My first order of business, the most important thing about this game for me was for us to stay healthy. And we still took 2 semi-injuries. I'm not 100% sure about the severity of the injury with J-Ron Curse, and I heard Deron Bland had some kind of chest injury. I haven't got the updates for them yet, so we got our ear to the streets. We checking that out. But, you know what I'm saying, you cannot sit up and just count your team all the way out. I see a lot of people saying, hey, we gonna lose. We one and done. See, I just ain't the type of guy that can do that, man. I'm from the trap. I'm from the trap. Y'all act like y'all never lost a fight, then came back and won one. Y'all act like we never won a game and then lost a game. Like, this happens. This is the NFL. Like I said, the only thing I would agree with is the fashion, the way it looked. I just hate that this team looked uninspired. Like, what was Mike McCarthy telling these people? You know what I'm saying? So I am pissed off. I'm just as pissed off as y'all. But I do have to realize that you can't put too much weight on one game. This is one game, y'all. Now, this team has been inconsistent throughout the whole year. But this is also one game. And you can tell, in my opinion, what I'm hoping for, I'm hoping that this team right here was overlooking this team. You know what I'm saying? I'm hoping that they was looking towards Tom Brady because they knew who they was going to play, y'all. I'm hoping they was looking toward Tom Brady, just overlooking this team, just going through the motions. Because I'm not giving them no outs. All I'm saying, I'm telling you what I'm hoping. Now, it went from like feeling confident and knowing what we can do. Then it took me back to say, okay, now I hope this football team can do something. Because they took a little of the confidence away. They did. So we have to understand that we have to hold them accountable in that aspect. But at the same time, this is one game, y'all. It is. One ugly game. Like, good grief, we couldn't do nothing right now. Y'all know I'm a big Dak Prescott guy. Y'all know that's my guy. But, man, this is absolutely the worst football game I have ever seen Dak play. Like, and we could talk about Kellen Moore with the play calling and all that other stuff. This was a terrible football game for Dak Prescott, y'all. We just have to call a spade a spade. It was sad. I don't know what in the world was our intentions coming into this football game. I need a lot of slow singing and violins because this is sad. What was Kellen Moore thinking? What was Dak thinking? Nobody looked inspired to play this football game. I was very disturbed. You cannot come back the next week and do anything remotely close to this because you will be embarrassed again. They're going to be laughing. They're going to have all the memes in the world. One and done Cowboys, you know how they do. They love it. They got them loaded up in their phone. Everybody's gonna tag you. We cannot sit up here and let this go on. Y'all know I'm one of the people who gonna take up for my team. I'm one of the people who gonna be on the front line. I'm just like that. I'm built like that, y'all. So I won't let y'all just throw us out under the bus already. Know what I'm saying? It's not over. Just like Pop said on Friday, you live to fight another day. It is what it is. We gotta come with it. We gotta face these demons. Whatever we gotta do to figure it out, we gotta figure this out. Because this shit ain't gonna get us there. You know what I'm saying? This is not gonna get us where we wanna be though. Good grief. Shout out to Eternal Dynasty for the $1.99 for your mind. He says we 1-4 on grass. Is this something to think about? Bro, this is the thing I'm living off of right now. And like I just told you, I had a lot of confidence, but now since I seen this awful, terrible, horrid showing, that the confidence is hope now. It didn't morphed and transformed into hope now. Because I just can't speak with conviction when I'm not sure. This is the Harvey Dent Cowboys. We two-faced it. We two-faced it. We do one thing, then we do another thing. You never know what you're going to get. It's like a box of chocolates. Forrest Gump vibes from the Cowboys. So, I just don't know. Eternal Dynasty. I don't know what to expect. But, you know, one thing about us, I know we play well when we don't have expectations. And I don't know what you want to do with that, but, you know, it is what it is. Shout out to B-Bird with the $4.99. Appreciate that, sir. He says either win in Tampa Bay and gain confidence to make a Super Bowl run, or we lose and get a new coaching staff. This team lacks leadership from the top down. Hey, I can agree with you on that one, sir. See, this is the perfect situation for any kind of fan. You know what I'm saying? It's do or die. You either win, exactly what he said. I feel like if we can get over this first round, if we can come in here and beat Tampa, beat Brady on the road, this team will feel like they'll be in their bag. They wouldn't be afraid of anything. They'll feel like they can accomplish anything at that moment, y'all. But if we don't, it's going to be somebody's head is going to roll. It's going to be ugly. Jerry going to challenge somebody to a duel. You know what I'm saying? It might be Mike McCarthy. Hopefully it's Kellen Moore. Somebody got to go. Somebody got to get this smoke. Hey. And I'm going to tell you straight up, I love Dak as a quarterback. I think he is that guy. I think he can do everything he needs. But if he show another showing like that, like if he do this in the playoffs, y'all, it's going to get ugly. They going to start having conversations like he can't do that. Now, I'm not a fan of none of the play calling. The play calling was horrid. It was terrible. And Dak was terrible too. This is not me saying like, oh, Dak was awesome and then the play calling just, no. Dak was throwing the ball behind players. He was getting pressure. He was under pressure the whole time, but this was a bad showing for Dak. And Dak is my guy. He's my favorite player on the team. I'm not here to take up for him. I'm just telling you it is what it is. This was his worst football game of his life, in my opinion. I have never seen Dak do nothing remotely close to this, y'all. So, I guess he going to have to hold this one. He going to have to wear this one on the chin. Hopefully, he can come and bounce back from it. Now, that's the thing that I could take from it being positive. A silver lining in this dark cloud would be that Dak Prescott is a resilient player. Every time you look like he's going in the dumps when you think he ain't got nothing else, he come and show everybody that, hey, I'm not dead yet. You know what I'm saying? He shows he's not dead yet. I don't think Dak is going to be out of here, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I think he got some more to give. This team going to have to do it collectively, though. You know what I'm saying? This was a terrible showing by Young Ryan Dakota. I'll be the first to say it. You know what I'm saying? I take up for him. I fight on the front line for my Cowboys and Dak because I know he get a lot of unfair criticism. But this criticism here is fair, sir. You know what I'm saying? I gotta call a spade. He had a terrible game. But like I said, it looked like he was trying to multitask. Looked like he was trying to play a football game in the NFL and watch a score from a distance. You cannot do that, sir. I'm sorry. Shout out to Dorrance Davis with the $2 holler. Appreciate you, sir. He says Kellen Moore needs to run the ball on first downs. Yeah, that would help. But like the run game was looking terrible too. See, this is so crazy, y'all. But I'm gonna be real with y'all. The way I view my Cowboys, this is something that we would do. But like I got a certain way that I have lined up in my head the way the Cowboys operate. And it's crazy. It makes no sense. But it seems like this is reality. Just like we have no explanation of why we lost this game in that fashion, I feel like we'll come right back next week and beat the Bucs and don't know why we did and don't know how or don't know if we're going to be able to sustain it either. Like, that's just how crazy the Cowboys is, man. I've been watching this team since I was a little boy. I've been following them every day, everywhere. You know what I'm saying? I've been watching this team for over 20 plus years, man. I know the patterns. They do this all the time. And just when everybody try to crap on them, when you got all the memes loaded up, the Cowboys usually stand up. Bro, watch what I tell you. For us to lose this game, y'all gonna call me crazy, and I don't care about it. Because I know my team. Like, some of this stuff, it don't be explainable. It just happens. You know what I'm saying? So, for me knowing the characteristics of my team and the way we operate over the years, you know what I'm saying? Over the years, they drive us crazy. That's right, LT. No, they do. But the way that they operate is crazy. Like, we'll do this, we'll lay an egg and then come back and shock the world. I feel like we still finna win this football game. To be honest, I don't even have an explanation of why. You know what I'm saying? Because the only reason I can say why is because I know how this team operates. I know the characteristics of this team. They've been doing this crazy stuff for years. They'll go up, they'll go down. It's an emotional roller coaster being a Cowboys fan. That's just how it is. We need to open up some kind of Cowboys counseling. You know what I'm saying? I might have to invest in that right now. If you feel like you need somebody to talk to when your Cowboys just throw you under the dust and throw you in the dumps, you call this hotline and we can talk about it and everything gonna be all right, because they stress out us to another degree. It just don't make no sense. Everybody else was just okay yesterday. Everybody else handled business. It was just another day in the office for every other team. But the Cowboys want to play with our emotions. I just don't understand. This team is crazy. It's like everybody else, we looking out the window, see everybody else playing and having fun, but we over here in shambles. It just don't make no sense. But this is the normal characteristics of the Cowboys. We got to make it interesting, or we got to put you in the hospital bed. It just seems like this who we are. And I don't understand why. Maybe it's coaching. Maybe it's just the team. I don't know. It might be a combination of both things, man. But we got to get over this hump one day. You know what I'm saying? We got to. Like, it ain't no other way around it. We got to beat this. We got to shake this monkey off our back. Bruce got the Tyson Juice says, if you are anyone you know is a fan of the Dallas Cowboys, you may be entitled to financial compensation. Like, straight up, man, it's crazy. Like, I think I could be a millionaire if I open up a Cowboys counseling. I might need to have it in the heart of Dallas. You know what I'm saying? It's just the office where people come visit and talk about their feelings when the Cowboys just had them going crazy. Because it's needed. It don't make sense. Can't nobody in this chat box explain to us why this team looked that bad yesterday. I just don't understand it. No one can. And it's just like, that's why I said that's what kind of support my theory about next week. Like, we gonna sit back and be like, wow, the Cowboys just beat the Bucs. It ain't gonna make no sense. It ain't gonna really resonate to you for too long. You know what I'm saying? But all of a sudden, we gonna just look up and see that they beat them. Because that's what type of team this is. The Harvey Dent Cowboys. They two-faced. Shout out to Gerald Ballgurf, the greatest. I don't know, sir. I tried to pronounce it. He said, Landlord, the undisputed king. I appreciate that, sir. I really do. But yeah, man, I just feel like this team is just like that, man. I don't know why our characteristics are so crazy to the point that we can't just be consistently decent at least. We got to be outstanding, then we got to be terrible. Back to outstanding, then back to horrible. Like, I just don't understand it. That's just the way this team is made up, unfortunately. Like, I really didn't even want to talk about this game. It seemed like this team was on the same type of vibes I was. I was ready to look over this game to go to the Bucs, and that's exactly what they were. That's exactly how they came and played this game, like they was ready to move on to the Tampa Bay Bucs. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. You already know we still trapping. Shout out to Virgil Brown. We still trapping, though. But Kellen Moore got us feeling like we are in a trap, you know what I'm saying, with these terrible plays. Like, look, I'm going to be real with y'all. Dak Prescott was terrible. Like, make no mistake about it. Yo, Landlord is talking bad about Dak because he did wrong. He did terrible yesterday. But on top of that, when you add that with Kellen Moore with these vanilla terrible plays, like we would have probably did more good just leaving our players on the bench today. Like, because I hate the way that they showed this. Like, this was a terrible showing. Now, unless y'all so good that y'all can just show this and then boom, we was just playing with y'all. We was tricking y'all. Look how we get down. Now we just awesome all of a sudden. Hopefully that can go like that, but I just don't see this team having a switch to flip like that. We are not Golden State. We are not the Chiefs and these teams who can just flip a switch and just be awesome all of a sudden. For us to get over a hump, we have to be so focused. We've been in purgatory all these years because we just can't get over it. So when it's time to face your fears and, you know, actually beat the odds, you got to be coming with it. You got to come strong, y'all. Ain't no way you going to just sit up and just let this just beat you year after year after year. We got to beat this curse, y'all. We got to beat this curse. Now, I guess we can go over these terrible stats, man, because I really don't even want to talk about this game, y'all. I promise. Like, I wanted to come out here and rant on them, but I really don't even want to talk about this game because it's just horrible, y'all. It's horrible. I tell you what, I will not be watching no film on this. I will not watch 1 second of this film. Like, it is too horrible. I almost cut off the game because they got on my nerve that bad. They got me wearing shades. I usually wear them just so I can block the lights, but now I'm trying to block the haters and, you know, hide my identity after that terrible showing. You know what I'm saying? I know they gonna be coming for me, but it's all good. You know, I'm here for my team. We still here, and it's not over. That's what I want you to know. Just like we won a game and lost a game and lost a game and won a game, it can happen. So don't come out here talking about we won and done. It ain't happened yet. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Dallas Cowboys hard hitter. Shout out to Eternal Dynasty with the 499 again, man. He said, let's be honest. Even content creators took last week off and didn't even give the Commanders any mind. I think the players did the same thing. That's exactly what I said, sir. You're right. Because we know more than likely, that's what I'm telling y'all. We got to understand that it's a human element to this football team too. Like, y'all got to understand this. We are human beings. These players are humans. You think that they didn't come out here thinking like already in their head, like we got to go to Tampa. They pretty much knew that already. Like out the back, they knew that they was going to Tampa. So it was kind of hard for them to be motivated for this game. You know what I'm saying? I'm not making no excuses for them because, hey, you getting paid millions of dollars, sir. You need to find some motivation. Like, hey, because the Giants really didn't lay all the way down. They kind of played the Eagles pretty tough, even though they got up to a 16-0 star lead, but they still played the Eagles pretty tough. So this team should have been a way more motivated coming in because the future was still up in the air, y'all. That's what I didn't like about it. But you right, Eternal Dynasty. Like, I really didn't pay too much mind to the Commanders because I know this game really didn't matter. And the team feeling the same way. Like, when you going into a football game half-hearted, you are going to lose. Like, that's what it looks like. When you trying to do 3 things at once, you multitasking in the NFL, that just ain't going to work out for you. And then Washington, that's your division foe. They always lose to you. They took they conquered the situation. They went after it. You know what I'm saying? You threw them the alley-oop and let them win. So you got to understand the situation that you're dealing with. The Dallas Cowboys came into this game not paying attention. You know what I'm saying? Not being confident, not really caring about the outcome. I'm pretty sure that everybody was trying to stay healthy and just go through the motions. It looked like they were just walking around zombified in this football game. Like, so I'm not taking no credit away from the Commanders. I'm not excusing nobody from the Cowboys either. I'm just telling y'all what I feel like. It is a human element into this. This team knew that this game didn't mean too much. But my only concern is how bad it looked. Like the fashion that it happened in. And then now I got to look at this tape and then feel confident about coming the next week. Like, that's my problem. And now you got to think. We got to beat the odds to like the 10th degree. We've never beat Tom Brady. We've been a terrible road team as of late. You know what I'm saying? And we always struggle in the first round for some reason. So we got to beat all these odds and beat up all these monkeys off our back. We got to find a way to get it done, y'all. That's the most discouraging thing, when you see the team show like this one week and then they got to do something that they haven't done since like 1992 in the next week. That's what makes you know what I'm saying, lose a little sleep. But if this team would have played decently, Dak would have threw a couple touchdown passes and, you know, we just sat the starters and lost, I wouldn't have been too worried about it. But now it looks terrible. The run game couldn't get going. Dak throwing all kind of errant passes behind the players. It was just terrible. Like, this was the worst game that you could possibly imagine, man. But this right here should make them focus. If this team is capable of focusing and becoming a good enough team to win in the playoffs, this is the game that's going to catapult them. You know what I'm saying? See, me personally, I know the Cowboys, the way we operate, when people just blowing smoke about behind, that's when we end up laying eggs. When everybody says you the greatest and we great and we going to do this and win the Super Bowl, this and that, that's when the Cowboys usually lay an egg. But in the reverse of that, when everybody talking down on them, I feel like that's when they show up the best. And I feel like they can do that this time. Ain't nobody giving Dallas a chance against Tom Brady. Nobody. I guarantee you we're going to be the underdogs. I guarantee you all the analysts, everybody's going to say that the Cowboys going to lose. And the only reasoning is the way we looked against Washington and our years of history of being lackluster in the first round of the playoffs. And neither one of those are really valid, but that's what they're going to do, y'all. Shout out to the Lunatic. Shout out to El Tino, everybody in the building, man. Shout out to Lord King. Shout out to everybody. We still trapping, though. It ain't over. We still trapping, though. But think about that. The two biggest reasons why everybody feel like we going to lose are really not even tangible. Last game against the Washington Commanders, that's really not like we was terrible. But you can't put way too much stock on one game. So to me, that makes it feel a little fraudulent. Okay, it's one game. When nobody caring about the game, we was terrible. We lost, but that's still just one game. If we would have beat them 100-0, everybody would have been like, it don't matter. It don't matter. It's still one game. So it don't matter. It's the same thing either way you look at it. It's one game, y'all. Okay? That's one game. Then the other reason is we don't play that well against Brady. We always lose in the first round. We the Cowboys and all of that. That's the other two reasons why they feel like we going to lose to the Tampa Bay Bucks. And I feel like both of those reasons are pretty fraudulent. So I still feel confident in this football team. I know how we operate. We always show up when don't nobody give us no chance to win. We always show up, y'all. We do. This is a part of our makeup. This is who we are. When everybody's down and out on us, we stand up. Dak is a resilient player. And this team kind of took his characteristics. You know what I'm saying? I just hope they believe in him to the 10th degree. Because we know the Bucks gonna believe in Tom. We need our team to be behind our quarterback the same way. No matter what happens, we need to be ready. We need to be ready. Real talk. JP said, Landlord really the go to this, though. Hey, I appreciate that, man. I'm just getting started, too, though, y'all. I'm just getting started. Like, I'm just getting my feet wet. Like, I got a lot of stuff planned. I got a lot of stuff that I'm going to put and dedicate towards this. And we going to rock out, man. I appreciate y'all rocking with me in the trap. I really do. But yeah, I see Virgil Brown says accountability. That's one of my favorite words too, by the way. Accountability of the team as a whole has to raise the energy they play with. Its playoffs. It's your 0-0. Yeah, you are 0-0. This is a restart. And the sound from the sideline kind of gave me a little hope when I seen J-Run and everybody holding each other accountable. Like, you have to have accountability as a grown man in this world. Like, you have to be accountable. Like, excuse me, like, if you do anything, it's your fault. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way it is. Yeah, I ain't got no updates on Bland injury, lunatic. I seen they said his chest. They really been real quiet about that. I know a press conference probably finna come up after a while, but they say he got some kind of chest injury. And, yeah, we got an extra day for Curse, too. So, yeah, hopefully they was looking precautionary on J-Ron Curse, and it looked like he didn't really, you know what I'm saying, went too bad. They just didn't want to risk it. Because I believe usually if you really hurt, they'll have you in street clothes. He kept his uniform on. He just stayed on the sideline. So, hopefully it just was precautionary. They didn't want to risk it no more. And, you know, I believe it probably was like, they was trying to check and see if he had a concussion or something, because his head did hit the ground. Like, you said J-Ryan and an extra day in case he in concussion protocol. Yeah, that's what I thought they was probably looking for, because the way his head snapped back and hit the ground. So, hopefully he be all right, man. I think he will be, though. J-Ryan pretty tough, man. It's going to take a lot to keep J-Ryan out this game. Tommy Montoya said, look, what did he say? Look, last year we finished hard and look what happened. So I hope these playoffs are different for us. We got to have faith in our Cowboys. That's right, man. That's what I'm telling y'all, bro. It's not over. We've won games and then came back and lost. We've lost games and came back and won. It's the same dynamic. One game does not equal up to you being the whole season. Know what I'm saying? One game does not overrule the whole season. So we just can't rest on that. That's what I'm saying. Look at this. To the people, I don't know if they saying the El Tino. I know that's probably what they was looking at. But for him to stay on the sideline, look like he's straight. He asked was J-Ryan and concussion protocol. I'm not saying that, so don't report that, but I'm pretty sure that's what they was looking at, because it didn't look like no other limb was in danger on that. But, yeah, Darren Davis says Dan Quinn is about to get interviewed by the Broncos. You know, we got George Edwards in the background, so, you know, we might have to elevate him, because Dan might be gone this year, y'all. You know, he been decent. He done flipped the whole script. I was way higher on Dan than I was down the stretch, though, you know. But, you know, if he got to leave, he got to leave. I think George Edwards can step in and do some of the similar things. You know, he might even be able to handle this situation better. We'll have to see. He getting all his Minnesota guys in him, so he got a big influence on his team already. He got J-Run. That worked out excellent. He got Anthony Barr. He's been decent. Now he went and got Xavier Rose. Like, you could tell that his Minnesota influence is big and looming over this team. El Tino says, can they take Kellen instead? Yeah, I'm hoping, like, you know. And I think that this team is just due for a fresh start. Like, Kellen is one of those, he's out of the branch of Scott Linehan. Know what I'm saying? And Scott Linehan, Jason Garrett, all of those is the same people. You know what I'm saying? It's like they made out of the same stuff. So it's about time for us to have a fresh start on this offense. Like, think about it. Like, we done had this same type of influence for like 20 years. Jason Garrett was 10 and all the way up to now. Like, it's time for a fresh start on this offense altogether. Because if anybody talk Kellen Moore, it's Jason Garrett and Scott Linehan. So it's basically the same people with a fresh twist on it. We might need a whole new offensive philosophy. So this is, like I said, this is the perfect dynamic for the people who high on the Cowboys and the people who hate the Cowboys. Because if we be able to beat Tom Brady, this will be our best chance to go make a Super Bowl run. If we lose, it's going to be some heads rolling. You know, Mike McCarthy might get fired. Kellen Moore might get fired. They might get rid of some players. Like, it might get ugly. So I feel like Jerry Jones might be ready to clean house all of a sudden. So it's good on both ends. Whichever side you land on, you probably finna get what you want this offseason. You might get Sean Payton in the building. You might get anybody. We'll have to see, y'all. We'll have to see. But yeah, if Dan Quinn happens to get the Denver job, I believe George Edwards will step in and be a good DC. So I'm not too worried about that now. El Tino says Scott Linehan Bush is not even a tree. I get it now. Yeah, I mean, and then we hated Scott Linehan during the end. You know what I'm saying? The Lunatic says, sorry, landlord, but Kellen Moore not going. He is a Jones football guy. Yeah, unfortunately. The Lunatic, don't come in here killing my dreams now. Good grief. The Lunatic just shot my dream down. But yeah, man, I think that it's due for a fresh start. But like, I feel like I said the other day, I feel like this is the last hurrah for Stephen Jones and the way he operates. I think Jerry Jones gonna do a hostile takeover if this don't work. Especially if this happens to blow up and look bad. Like, if the Cowboys come out and show and play the same way they just played against the Commanders, it's gonna get ugly, y'all. I'm telling y'all. It's gonna get ugly. We was absolutely trash, and I don't think Jerry gonna stand for that. I think Jerry gonna be like, hey, somebody gotta get it. Like, I'm telling you, Jerry know his time is ticking. He don't have too much longer. I think he put too much trust in Stephen Jones to do the operations. He like, okay, I think you know what you're talking about. Let's see if it work out. Let's see how you can do. And now he done had a few years of this, being cheap, penny pinching, and building through the draft. I don't think it's going to continue for much longer. I think Jerry Jones going to be like, hey, let me go get Clowning. Hey, let me go get these big free agents next year if he can, and try his best to scramble and make a Super Bowl run. I'm telling y'all. I think this the last hurrah, because look, that probably explains the reason why we didn't use them extra millions that we had after we let Amari Cooper go and La'el Collins go and Connor Williams go. That might explain why we did not use that money, because Jerry and them got a plan next year. If this don't work, we blowing this up. That's probably what it is, y'all. I'm telling you. Mark my words, it's going to be some significant changes. If this football game looks ugly like the Commanders did, Jerry going to act a fool, y'all. Watch what I tell you. B. Bird says Stephen Jones runs this team like an account. Yeah, he only think about money. Mr. Stephen Jones,
You trash!
we sick of you. You need to go on about your business. We don't want nothing else to do with that. And I'm putting everybody on trial, though, y'all. Everybody's on trial today. You know what I'm saying? Because this just can't happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know this game don't matter. I know it didn't matter. It's a human element to it that nobody feel like it matter. But you don't want to look like that, though. You know what I'm saying? You can look bad, but not that bad. Good grief. I'm talking about, couldn't no play work right, couldn't nobody get open, couldn't nobody catch, couldn't nobody run block, couldn't nobody pass block. Like, I can't think of a good thing I saw yesterday from our team. So, all I know is it better get different real quick. We got, 8 days, 7 days? Like, hey. You got 7 days. And then I don't like this Monday night football crap either. Like, they shouldn't have did this on no playoffs, y'all. Because think about it. When we beat the Tampa Bay Bucks, because I still feel like we going to beat them. When we beat the Tampa Bay Bucks, we got a short week on the next round. That's crazy. Like, how would you even do that in the playoffs? Like, the next round ain't going to be a Monday night game, so you going to automatically have, like, what, 5 or 6 days? Like, that's stupid. Like, what is the NFL doing, like, with this scheduling? They just had to give Tom Brady that extra day, didn't it? Yeah, they doing us dirty. The Luna T said we playing the next Sunday late game. NFL doing us dirty. I hate the way that they schedule this because that's a disadvantage. Like, why the team that we play gonna probably have a 7-day. Know what I'm saying? That's crazy. We gonna be coming on the playoffs on a short week after the Cowboys just played all these games in a row. Like, this team is overworked almost at this point. So you gonna give us a short week after the Monday Night Football game? Like, that's crazy. Like, in playoffs, they should never do that. They should never do that. B. Bird says Amari Cooper is and will be missed. Cooper plus CD greater. I don't know what you mean. Anything on the roster. He says, hold up. Cooper plus CD greater. CD plus anything on the roster. I think you're saying CD and Cooper is better than anything on the roster, I believe. El Tino says should have been Saturday night. That's what I'm saying. We should have got a Saturday night game, Sunday night game, one of them. But Monday, that's crazy. That's crazy. Like, you are giving old man Brady another day to recover, and you making us, because we going to win this game, y'all. Make no mistake about it, I still feel like we're going to win this game. I'll be the one you can laugh at if we don't. I feel like we're going to win. Once we win, we still got a short week. I hate that. I hate that. That's crazy. And we traveling. Y'all like, man. The Cowboys pull this off. This will be the greatest Super Bowl run ever in human history. I'm telling you right now. This will be the greatest Super Bowl run in human history. To come on the road every game, start off on a Monday night, short week the next round. Ain't no telling where you're going. Hey, but it ain't over till it's over. That's what I'm saying. Like, even though I know we down, I know it feel like we down. I know it felt terrible. I know it felt horrible to see your team come out there with that lackluster, terrible showing.
You trash.
But I want you to know.
But this the year Dakota, Wayne, Prescott win us the Super Bowl. It's been too motherfucking long.
Facts.
We are America's team. The most watched, the most hated. Y'all don't like us, but y'all tuning in every Sunday.
Every hate on your timeline scene, every play. And we ain't worried about their team. Then, one thing you got to realize, even though the worst kind of worst, you are hating your team right now. They are terrible. They stink. We got a terrible quarterback. We got a terrible defense, terrible offensive line. Everything is terrible in our head today because of recency bias. But this is a 12-5 football team, y'all. And that was one game. One of the worst games we ever seen. One of the worst games we ever seen. But make no mistake about it, it was one game. One. You cannot judge anything off of one game. Nothing. Unless you talk about the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? You can judge off the Super Bowl, but any other one game, you cannot put that much power into that. This football team looked absolutely disgusting, and I hated every second of it. I almost threw my phone down the stairs. But it was just one game, y'all. Make no mistake about it. But, y'all, man, we had 11 3-and-outs, man. Good grief. See, that's on your quarterback. That's on your offensive coordinator. And I ain't gonna lie, even though Dak was absolutely terrible, make no mistake about it. But in order for you to have 11 3-and-outs, your offensive coordinator had to be doing some horrible things over there. It had to be terrible too now. Real talk.
You trash.
You cannot make no mistake about that. You cannot argue that. If you got 11 3-and-outs, your offensive coordinator has been terrible. You know that. So it ain't no way around that. We can't just put that on Dak. And then think about this. All the people who want to dog out Dak, okay, Dak was terrible. But think about this. If your offensive coordinator had any sense and he's sitting up there seeing Dak be terrible, how does he keep putting it in his hand then? Know what I'm saying? You keep putting the situation in his hands. Now, the run game was getting beat up. You know what I'm saying? The run game was being terrible. But it was still other things you could have done to get this a spark on this offense, y'all. Know what I'm saying? We could have had a spark. But before I wrap this up, man, we have to realize, though, we never seen Dak do nothing this bad. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of all the haters, this is their best day. You know what I'm saying? For them to, if you want to talk about Dak, I ain't got no arguments for you today. You know what I'm saying? But it's the only day I'm going to let it go. Because one game does not determine. This was a good quarterback that had a bad day. Not a bad quarterback just doing what he do. Regardless of how you feel and what you think. This is not what that was. You know what I'm saying? So, you can do whatever you want to do. You can say whatever you want to say about Dak today. But I never seen Dak do this 2 times in a row, though. I ain't never seen Dak do that now. This team always fight and come back. They are resilient. They are a resilient bunch. Make no mistake about it. And I feel confident about this team bouncing back. It seems like this team needed a little motivation for everybody to refocus and get on their shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. Get on your grind, man. Get focused. Reboot. Regroup. All the playtime is over. They need to let me in that locker room, man. They need to let me in that locker room. I want to talk to these boys face to face. You know what I'm saying? I've been out here defending y'all for years. This is the thanks I get? You know what I'm saying? Do you know how many memes finna come my way? If y'all don't show up, y'all gotta quit playing. This is our moment. This is our change. Y'all know what kind of team y'all are. Y'all know what y'all capable of. Go out there and put it on the field. If Kellen Moore calling stupid plays, override them plays. Audible. You know what I'm saying? Freestyle. Freelance. Y'all better put some good tape out here, y'all. Put some good tape out here. We got a troll in the chat, man. $$. Now, I'll let you rock out. But all I've been seeing is foolishness. So you must be an Eagles fan. Go on ahead and show yourself now. Go on ahead and tell us who you really are. Dak fans talk like Dak is Mahomes. Who are you? Make yourself known. Make yourself known. Who are you? Know what I'm saying? You want to come in here and talk about the team, but we need to know who you are. Who is your team, sir? Because you couldn't be a Cowboy fan. I don't think so. Like, Dak being Dak. Every comment you had was been negative. Know what I'm saying? Tell the landlord they'll have to listen. For sure, DC4L. Big facts. He said, Commanders fan. Man, get your going. Man, go on. Bro, get a golf clap. We ain't even care about that game. Y'all won. Good job. You know what I'm saying? Good luck finding a quarterback. You know what I'm saying? We let Porky the Pig beat us, though. It's all good. That's all, folks. Porky the Pig beat us, but that's all, folks, for the rest of y'all season, though. You know what I'm saying? We'll see y'all next year. You know what I'm saying? We'll see you boys next year. Look. Say y'all find y'all quarterback. Good luck with that. He played a decent game, but y'all terrible. Just remember that. We going on to bigger and better things, sir. I just been seeing you saying stuff. I'm like, who is this dude? This and that, this and that. Oh. You must don't know where you at, sir. You must don't know where you at. You You must don't know where you at. Cause you gonna get this. Y'all gotta think about the draft. You know what I'm saying? Y'all moving on to the draft right now. We going on to bigger and better, greater things. You know what I'm saying? Y'all last game was yesterday. You know what I'm saying? You won, good luck. You know what I'm saying? Now y'all going to pick out draft picks. Y'all boys is finna go start playing golf and stuff. We got bigger fish to fry. We on the bigger and better things. We ain't none of y'all. Know what I'm saying? We ain't none of y'all. We ain't none of y'all. Now here you go hating on the future. You know a real hater when he got to hate on the future. He talking about one playoff game. How you know, sir? You don't know nothing. But one thing we do know is y'all boys ain't going to the playoffs. We know that. We know that. We don't know what the future holds. Where's your crystal ball? Because we can go to the championship. We don't know. Nobody knows. Who knows? But it don't take a crystal ball or a psychic to let you know that you suck. Your team is terrible. Them boys are horrid. And they at home. They spending quality time with their family. You know what I'm saying? What you should be doing. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Munn, sir.
You trash.
That's for you. You know what I'm saying? And like I said before, you know.
This the year Dakota, Rain, Prescott win us the Super Bowl. It's been too motherfucking long. We are America's team. The most watched, the most hated. Y'all don't like us, but y'all tuning in every Sunday.
You're tuning in every Sunday. You watch more of our games than yours because y'all been terrible and horrid. Y'all boys are last in the division, but you on our Cowboys channel talking nonsense and foolishness. Ain't that crazy? Ain't that peculiar, y'all? Ain't that peculiar? You need to be looking at that draft board, sir. That's what you need to be doing. Worry about other people's business. Ain't that crazy? Know what I'm saying? You over here trying to worry about somebody else's household when your house in shambles. Make that make sense. The first order of business is to get your affairs in order, sir. Good grief. You sitting up here worried about your neighbor house when your house in shambles. I can't make this stuff up. If the Cowboys was out of the playoffs, you think I'd be on the Washington Commanders post? No, sir. I absolutely would not be. What's wrong with these people? What's wrong with them? You think if the Cowboys lost, I'd be on the Commanders post? Man, get this dude out of here, man. You a good one. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you coming through, pulling up, stopping by in the trout, though. You know what I'm saying? Tell a neighbor, friend, or foe, because this what you gonna get all kind of stuff when you come up in the trout with this foolishness and nonsense. You know what I'm saying? Y'all must don't know where y'all at. This how we get down. We don't play around. Y'all better understand that. You don't know who I am. You know what I'm saying? You must don't know who I is, sir. It's a trap-a-thon, yeah. And we still here, and we still fighting. Don't let these people make y'all give up on this team. This team is not done yet. Is that fair? Are y'all the type of fans that get beat up one time and give up? Because I'm not. I'm just not built like that. I'm not going into no fight saying we finna lose. I'm sorry. I still feel confident in this team. And all the people who saying we won and done, I want to hear from y'all come Tuesday when we get this dub. I want to see what y'all talking about. Know what I'm saying? I really want to see how y'all feeling, because keep that same energy. That's what I'm going to keep. I'm going to keep this same energy. I will not waver on my team, man. You got to believe. You know what I'm saying? You got to believe. Until that clock hit 000, I will be believing in my football team. Real talk. Shout out to the lunatic with the $2 holler. He said, we doing Brady worse than his divorce versus Tampa Bay. DC4L. Absolutely, sir. We gonna have the Giselle in a Cowboy jersey. You best believe that. Hey, Jerry Jones gonna have Giselle in the skybox for him. Keep playing with us. You know what I'm saying? Hey, this DC4L, we are not scared. We finna go down to Tampa and handle our business, man. Make no mistake about it. I will not waver from my team. You gonna have to beat me into submission. You know what I'm saying? You gonna have to make me tap out, which I will never do. I bleed silver and blue, and you should too. If you a real Cowboy fan, rock with your team. Do not let one game have you jumping off the ledge. It's not over, y'all. It is not over. You live to fight another day, like Pop said on Friday. You live to fight another day. Shout out to the lunatic though, man. He said we bringing the trap house to the Cowboy haters, and we taking it to Tampa. We trapping. We trapping. Yes, sir. Make no mistake about it, man. Like I said, this is one game. Quick summary before I wrap this up because y'all know I'm late. But do not waver from your team. Do not let this one game dictate everything you feel and believe about your team. This is one game. It was one terrible game, granted, but it was one game. So that does not determine exactly who your team is. That's just one bad game. And you got time. You got a chance to make it all not matter. You got a chance to shut up everybody next week on Monday night against Tom Scum Bomb Brady. Let's get it. You got a chance. You telling me there's a chance. Don't be dumb and dumber because it's not over. It's not over. Everybody acting like we already at our funeral. Y'all signing up. I don't know about these Cowboy fans. I'm just not built like that. You gonna have to beat me, sir. You gonna have to beat me. I'm sorry. You gonna have to make me know it. I'm from the South. That's what we used to say. Make me know it. You know what I'm saying? Somebody say they challenge you to a duel. We used to be like, make me know it. Make me know it then. Know what I'm saying? You gotta make me know it. You gotta make me know what you talking about is real. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel about my team. Once the Tampa Bay Bucks beat me, then I will give up. It'll be over. Once I see 000 on that clock, that's when I say, okay, it is what it is. The Cowboys terrible and all that stuff that y'all saying this week. That's what I'll be saying that week if that was to happen. But it's not. We gonna win. Trust and believe. But I appreciate y'all coming through, pulling up, stopping by in the trap. Y'all know. I gotta talk my people off the ledge. I gotta talk my people off the ledge, man. And make sure y'all hit that like and share button. Please do not be stealing, man. Look, hit that like for the squad. It will not charge a card. And y'all already know, regardless of what them haters say, regardless of how terrible we was yesterday, and we still got the NFL in shambles. Everybody talking about us because we the greatest. You know that, and everybody know it too. You understand? So don't make no mistake about it. Let's go. Shout out to everybody, man. Appreciate y'all coming through, pulling up, stopping by. You know, it ain't no money. You know what I'm saying? Don't let them haters rain on your parade. Let's go. They teams at the house.
Every line is divine.
We still here.
Your mind and every song, man, I swear
We
just
still
get
here.
better with time. No matter how much shade they throwing, I still manage to shine. I
Let's
don't know
go.
why they so obsessed with mine. I'm all they think about. Go in their house, they probably got my pics in a shrine.
Yeah.
I never let these play me. They see
Let's
us
get it.
ballin', now they wanna switch teams like KD. I know my time coming, I guess I'ma wait and see.
Shout out to everybody rocking with me on Facebook too, man. I appreciate y'all. Let's go. Shout out to Chris Wilson
I never paid attention to
from
what most
Birmingham.
people
Shout out
say.
to
They
Bush
words
Benoit.
sound like
Shout out to you.
prepositional
Shout out to
phrase.
Tabby
They wanna see me
Banks.
crash and burn
Shout
in
out
a
to everybody
ridiculous
rocking with
blaze,
me,
but
man.
yet I
Please
rise
hit that
the
like and
king,
share
show
button.
me
Let's
I'm
go.
great
Let's
enough.
go.
Yeah, I know these haters can't stand me. We'll take a seat.
Yeah.
I do it for the family. So bring the block to the Grammys.
We
And if you
still
try to
here,
stop
man.
me, you need a plan B.
We still alive, y'all.
I just do it for the real. If you ain't
We still
from the
alive.
bottom, you ain't get how I feel.
Yeah.
To go against the odds, go hard, chase meals.
Let the doubters see you make it. Show them all you the greatest. I'm the greatest.
Young poet got flow flowing.
I appreciate that, Cowboy Jay.
When brainstorming, it's fair warning.
Yeah.
For my opponents that will be mourning before the morning.
Yes, sir.
Every beat I eat and
Appreciate
destroy,
you
that's
too,
when the
Lord
fans
King. Let's
want it.
go.
The hot topic, you try to copy, that's hard stopping.
Yeah.
I'm a giant when rhyming and y'all microscopic.
I got them watching and they believe in me like a prophet.
Custom pics I'm cropping.
These masterpieces, they photoshopping.
I'm from the bottom.
Let's
a single
go.
by the avenue, so I gotta pay homage to the hood
To show my
gratitude. And then my attitude is similar to an animal. These niggas ain't half as cool.
I got different levels to tap into.
I am the truth.
These people know that I kill it. These are God level lyrics. I should be on Mount Olympus.
My music therapeutic to the real spirit.
Like it came from ancient Kemet. Ain't nobody messing with me. I'm the greatest. I know these haters can't stand me.
We'll take a seat.
I do it for the family.
So bring the block
To the Grammys, and if you try to stop me, you'll need a plan B, yeah. I just do it for the real. If you ain't from the bottom, you ain't get how I feel. To go against the odds, go hard, chase meals. Let the dollars see you make it and show them all you the greatest. I'm the greatest. We are the greatest. You already know. Like I say, 1K, one love, Cowboys Nation. Let's go.